inside his own 10. He'll try to help out their field position. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. So Clemson's offense will take the field first. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about, all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback, and they're excited.
There he goes. Slippery slide. Finding his way right away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Talking to the coaching staff coming into this game, they said explosive plays are going to be big for us. When we get our opportunities, we got to be able to hit on them, and you saw one right there. That time, doing it on the ground on the opening drive of the game. That just shows you this offense, they are locked in and in tune and on the same page early.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Boston College's offense will go to work for the first time today. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover and take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big too.
Yeah, and that's what you've got to do as a defense. Sometimes you double team him, sometimes you play zone. Mix it up, give different looks, because he's a guy. He's shown the ability to burn your defense and make big plays.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. From the gun, running back gets to give. Can't get him to the ground. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on it if they can stop him on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. A low line drive and short kick. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. The run to the left. Breaks into the open. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Really nice run there. This guy's so exciting to watch when he's out in the open field. Kind of reminds me of old Clemson greats like C.J. Spiller and Travis Etienne. When they got into the 2nd level, you just held your breath because you thought there was a chance they could break it off for a touchdown. This guy has that same dynamic playmaking ability.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard in this running.
Finally corralled the number 4. He picks up the first down.
Get the a big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Motion from the wideout. On the move. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Get set. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Trying to get it to the marker. Hard running there.
Gotta love the physicality on fourth down and short. You know what's coming. They hand the football off to the running back. No secret, but he plays physical, gets behind his pads, and gets the first down.
A first down run in the red zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson. Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
Man, I tell you what, most of the time, Lisa, requires a little bit of skill to find that hole, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Point makes it 14-0. So that drive didn't have to cover a lot of ground. It was 47 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really, really well and someone they can count on.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. He'll off one deep down the left side. And the double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted.
Nothing going on for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting him get outside. Get on the big time.
And they'll knock him down. Clemson jumps to the line. Looking for a man. It's Barnett. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Smothers. He'll come full on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap, and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Wants to throw on first down. Here's the heat. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Second down, he'll throw it. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we play one quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Finds the tight end. Quick step and go. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. It's first down from the 37-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Plows through the defense. He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped down at the 27.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up second and inches.
Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And they got a lot of trust in this running back on these big downs to go find a way to get it done. On that fourth down, that is a huge play in this game, and he delivers for his team.
The give to the back. Defense holds their ground, pick up of a yard. It's at the 26.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like we just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. Looking for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
The offense is trying to go with a quick throw here and see if they can catch the defense napping. But great job in coverage, forces the incompletion.
Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. It's good. Now the lead is down to 11. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Boise State is getting handled right now at home. Someone needs to step in here, throw in the towel, and stop this fight. They're trailing by 14 to Duke. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Running back searching for a hole. Got enough for the first. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium. But sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill, and a lot of times they don't stop, Reese, because they keep the tempo and they keep the foot on the gas, and that's what Clemson's kind of built this offense on is tempo, trying to wear you out, and they slip in the run game and the quick passing game and the running QB and so many things to look at.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for a gap. It's Davidson. Turning it on! Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to pass. It's Barnett. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw for it. Got it behind the line. It's Smothers. That will be enough to move the chains and get them a first down in the red zone at the 14. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush. Hit him with the screen and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Right on the money. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments where you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. And the Tigers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in week 10.
It's just so nice to have a signal who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my goal.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard punt. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be tricky to watch.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Boston College will send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the returner will be brought down. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield, it's Barnett. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple.
When you run this out route, you know you're starting to get close to the sidelines. I know I got to start slowing down and find a way to drag or get one toe, a pinky toe, a big toe, whatever I can inbounds. Nice effort, nice catch, way to keep something in bounds.
One snap coming before they head to the locker room. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through two quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Gets it to him on the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
42 Spider.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. Pass the marker. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Tight end now in motion. They'll go to the ground. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Miami is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about at the U for a long time. They're up by 32 over Pittsburgh. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. And a potentially touchdown-saving tackle made there after the long completion.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Golden Eagles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Now the play fake. Pocket breaking down. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped offside.
Offside, defense.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
And the Golden Eagles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's got it.
No touchdowns yet, but that may change very soon after that long completion by the offense. Really great route, and a nice job looking that one in. He set his offense up now in the red zone. They're looking to score some points.
Touchdown, Boston College. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And this offense shows you why they are really hard to stop. The long, explosive run. You think everybody's thinking run, foul in the box. The play-action pass. They can beat you with the run. They can beat you with the pass. This is a tough offense to stop.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Their lead down to 2 touchdowns as they go back to work on this drive. From the gun, the running back has it. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quarterback making checks. Motion from the wide receiver. To throw, it's Barnett. Grabbed over the middle, it's Moore. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Looking to throw on first down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
This defense so far, they've understood the mission. The mission is to get this fast, speedy quarterback on the ground. And they've got to him early, they've got to him often, and most importantly, they continue to get him on the ground and create these negative plays for this offense that creates a big hole for them.
Back to pass. He fires a bullet to the right. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Boston College will send out the punt team. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. That was a big stop by the defense. Now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game. We're starting to get late.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off. And it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on FK if they can stop him on third down. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Johnson. He's loose on the left. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And that's how you flip the field really quickly. Go from being on your side of the field, creating the explosive play, getting some momentum for this offense, and getting towards scoring position.
Go straight ahead. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Okay, ready? We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play. It might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. Easy. Defense might bring the house here. They go right back to this guy on second and goal. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
You gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. A touchdown here on third and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating in this offense's game plan.
He wants to throw it. it go. Picked off. What a play by this defense. They'll stop him at the 22-yard line as the defense makes a play.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter. Get your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense.
Let's go. Break.
They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and the defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
They'll give it to the back. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Oh, he's got some space. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Clemson set up with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
That play call is going to force a lot of people to scratch their heads because you got the lead late. Why aren't you just running the ball? When you throw, you risk having interceptions like that right there. That should have been picked.
To the ground with the back. Runs through a tackle. And runs through another one. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
It's a seam wide open. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David. So this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Boise State is just getting blown off the field right now on that Smurf turf, and at this rate, I'm not sure this won't get worse. They're trailing by 21 to Duke. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
And you can tell, all eyes on this dude. Like, this defense is dialed in. They're going to try to continue to stop the run. You can tell, Palmer, it's the main focus of this defense.
Yeah, we know with this offense, too, they go how this guy goes. They've just never been able to really get him into a rhythm in this game, and you have to give the credit to the defense. They've been more...
Snags it down the right side. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. BC back to work after picking up the first down. Power football with the run. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we will certainly see miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. On the ground with the counter. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You can tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
On target over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice game. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a camera lot, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long, so let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game, take the W into the locker room.
Takes the handoff. It smothers. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout. Run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this.
There he goes. Oh, I thought he was taking that all the way, but they stopped him at the 7.
Man, they've had a day. And it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going. And obviously, this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can turn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. Let's go. One more play to pad the stats. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. He played, echoed the whistle, and they did that with a ceiling touchdown. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. We're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about days. You can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go into the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.